Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun. We'll get this set up.
I'm all relaxed over here, just chilling.
Yeah, I love it. Are you comfortable?
I'm comfy, yeah.
Good. So I sent you a text because...
Yes.
I was on a call today with a couple of team members, and I knew that I was running the call.
Yeah.
So I kept my microphone on. And as we're sitting there, our boss says, let me go down a little bit so I can actually see you. Our boss says, hey, I think while we're doing this, everyone should put their microphones on mute. And I was sitting there because I was like...
You're like, but me too?
Oh my God. Well, actually, I was...
As you're like crunching carrots.
I was chewing my gum because I had a bad taste from eating like vegetables or something for lunch.
Carrots.
And then, yeah. And then I thought to myself, well, I'm on mute. Did I fart and not know it?
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Because I was on my phone trying to get someone to call in. You know, because I was like,
and you were at home.
Yeah, and I was at home.
So then you forget where you're at.
And so I was like thinking to myself, oh my God. Oh, I forgot the light. Hold on.
Oh. Beauty light.
Now we can see.
Can everybody
see
see us?
You. Oh, it's so much better. They can see the blue. So yeah, so I was panicking that maybe I farted or I chewed my gum too loud or something, and it
That's
bothered
awful.
him. He may be someone that doesn't like to hear someone chew, and I may have been. I was a little nervous for the call.
Oh.
So I was chewing my gum, but I don't know that I chewed it loud. But then as soon as he said it, I was like, and I go, oh well.
Yeah, I feel like we have a meeting every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Nobody turns on their cameras.
No.
Nobody.
Because it's lunchtime. Well, yeah, it's lunchtime.
It's lunchtime.
Basically, right?
Yeah.
10
I mean,
o'clock?
I'm always snacking during it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I generally don't have a lot to say, so I just sit back and listen to what everybody else is talking about.
You have questions or anything like that, which is good because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, other people have questions too, just because they have unique stores. But
well, yeah. You know, and stuff changes, and you say it's a good opportunity to bring up.
Yeah.
Hey, this is different. Am I doing this right? Are we supposed to do it this way? You know, so it is good for that.
Yeah. I have a hard time talking on that Teams call. I think I'm better one-on-one, or maybe just a couple people.
Well,
I don't know why. Maybe because I'm talking to 23 people, 22 people. Our boss is on there. I just want to make sure I say all the right things, but I'm fairly easy. I have a department that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
So,
and
where
like
others have a lot more than me.
Each department sends out an email. Like
Yes.
these are our sales. This is what's going on. So
yeah.
You know, it's the time to ask questions, basically. You know,
that's what we should do. It should just be like an open forum.
Yeah.
And people can just call in and be like, hey, I'm looking at these tags. You know, that would be nice every week. Instead of giving more work, they can just people call it, whatever.
And we do have the what's that other thing we use? Teams. Yeah. Teams where you can post.
Yeah, right.
And let people know, hey, this changed, or you know, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this product is out of date or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of Teams, and speaking of farts, I sent you a text and said, what if I got to fix my microphone? We're like all in the different room and everything.
Discombobulated.
Things that people shouldn't do during Teams or Google Meets.
I feel like I do them all.
I think I do them all too.
I don't turn on my camera.
Should we ask Chat GPT?
Yeah.
You don't turn on your camera.
Don't turn on my camera. I don't turn on my mic.
Yeah. So it's actually saying the opposite, where you leave the mic on when you're not speaking. So then you can hear all the background noise. And I think that might have been what happened today.
Well, yeah.
Maybe there was a dog barking. Maybe I was chewing too loud.
Yeah.
Maybe I farted. I don't know.
I guess leaving yourself muted. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Unless you're presenting.
Right.
But yeah, when I first started with the company, we would all turn on our cameras, and then now it like slowly like.
Really?
Yeah.
I would love that again.
No.
I like to see people's faces.
No.
I like to connect.
Because that's, like you said, it's our lunchtime. So I'm like snacking.
Yep.
I'm smoking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We don't need the boss to see that. You know what's funny is that
wouldn't bother me.
No.
You're on a break.
Yeah.
You're listening and you're taking a break so that you can go right back into the store and do whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Talk over others.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Especially me, because I don't stop talking. I notice even in our podcasts.
I don't think you talk over people.
Maybe I just talk
Not
over
in
you.
our meetings. Not in our meetings. I don't think
wait
you talk
my turn?
over. Yeah. You wait until you're called on.
I feel like a lot of times when I'm in calls, I'm like, oh, sorry, go ahead. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You wait until you're called on, and then you go, hey, I sent out an email, so if you got any questions, just reach out.
That's exactly what I said.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Pick me last. It says, wait your turn to speak to help the conversation clear.
Yeah.
How about eat loudly?
No.
Nobody wants to hear you crunching chips.
Yeah, that's why I don't ever.
Okay. So when I was at the other place for 3 years, away from where we work now, they actually wanted you to have happy hour, like on Fridays or Thursdays after 4 o'clock. You know, we have the camera.
I'm glad
on
everybody
this.
can see my eyes rolling for this. Like
they wanted you to have happy hour.
No,
they wanted you to have lunch. When I first started, the first year and the first week I started, they decided to have a lunch because I was a remote.
Yeah,
you know, because it was in 2020. And I did not know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
Like they were like, grab a lunch and we're going to all get on and learn about Meredith.
And you're just like.
And now that I think about it, I realized that I was like humming and trying to like keep the noise. Because I was like, I would take a piece of my watermelon, you know, or whatever. And people would try to ask questions. But it was the strangest thing because everybody was eating.
Everyone was like this.
But they were used to it, right? But I was just like, I'm the new person.
Yeah, I couldn't.
It was weird. But then after that, I got used to it.
Like, that's my lunchtime. Leave me alone. You know? I don't want to socialize during my lunch. I mean, unless we're all together doing a project. Sure.
Yeah. Although we didn't go to lunch last time.
Let's go to lunch. No, I know.
Thursday.
I was like, thanks, boss. Didn't even buy us lunch.
One of the bosses said that they were going to bring donuts and coffee and never did. He showed up and I was like, something's missing here. Where's the punch keys?
He was like, they're right over there. Just go grab some.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Put it on the bill.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Multitask, obviously. Like if you're clearly checking emails or on your phone, it's disrespectful. I'm always checking stuff. Even when the boss is talking, I'm taking notes. I'm looking at my phone. If my kid calls, camera's off, mic's off, I'm answering it.
I'm like,
everything okay? I'll call you back.
I'm like, yeah, this was in the email. So I'm just like,
playing a game.
Nah. Probably texting somebody.
Yeah.
You.
So do you ever go on socials?
No.
I don't either.
Because
That's the one thing I don't
try
do.
to pay attention just in case the conversation changes.
Right.
Even if it's like people asking questions and I'm like, I already know this. Like, I don't really need to listen to this, whatever.
Yeah.
But I still try to like, you know, try to pay attention.
Today it happened. So I was chatting about something and I said, does that sound right? Did I hit everything so-and-so? And he goes, I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Someone's not paying attention.
Sorry.
I didn't mean to do it, though.
I was checking my Snapchats.
Yeah, and then when I was done, I was like, I shouldn't call people out like that. But it was like a smaller group, so I was just making sure that everything was covered.
Yeah.
So. How about forget to mute or unmute at the right time? Oh, yeah. How many times does that happen? So, you know,
people are like, COVID, we can't hear you.
But, 5 years ago today is when, it all just, went to hell. So, I think it was a lot bigger back then.
Yeah.
To mute.
Well, nobody knew how to use anything, right? They were used to having a meeting in a meeting room.
Yep.
Not sitting in their home office / closet.
Yep.
With business on top and pajamas on the bottom, you know. Yeah. So,
True.
I think that took some getting used to probably for a lot of people, I'm sure.
I still find that people don't know how to share their screen yet either.
I wouldn't know how.
Yeah. Well, you're not on the computer all the time.
Yeah, I'm not on the computer. I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I don't even know. Can I share my screen from my phone?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a bottom button. Yeah.
I'm just not that important, so that's fine with me.
Well, I mean, you could probably FaceTime in a store and be like, see this tag right here, everybody? It's $3.49. It's supposed to be $3.99. You could do that.
That reminds me of the
screen.
Kool-Aid math. The one.
Kool-Aid math.
Yeah, it was. I was like, how does this make sense? Because it was like 4 for $1, or you could buy a 5-pack for like $1.60. And I was like, how does that make sense? Am I like losing my mind here?
Right.
You know?
Man, I lost my mind today on an email. So one of the managers sent me a message and said, well, don't we do it this way? And I feel like I just had the conversation with her last week. So I played the whole, like, I'm in my car, right? I'm like, didn't we have this conversation? But I realize she's busy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, I know we had this conversation. I know am I crazy?
Yeah.
Did I not send it? So I'm looking through my sent and I'm trying to figure out. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Or when they say, no, you never sent that email and you're like, resend.
Send.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Done that quite a few times.
Yeah.
People have done it to me too. I'm like, hey, can you throw that to the top of my email? That's what I usually say. If I just can't find it. You know,
Outlook is the worst.
It's the worst.
It's like Meredith P. Nope, that person doesn't even exist. Like, you know?
Yeah.
You have no emails from that person. Really? Yeah. Really? I don't?
Yep.
You know?
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how many times I've been on a call and I go to search for something. It's like, I can search for the person's email and it shows that nothing's in there.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I know.
I know the whole thing when TikTok was going down, everybody was like, just take Teams, take Outlook. Because it's terrible.
Yeah.
And they try to do these updates and it's just like, all they do is do things different on the screen. I don't know, whatever. I know some people that love it. They love it. I'm a Google fan. I like Google Meets, Sheets, all that fun stuff.
I don't use any of that stuff except for work.
You want to hear what I did today?
What'd you do?
About stores. And I kept saying, yeah, and first store 420, 420. And then our friend corrected us and said, I think I was at store 410. And I'm like, oh, and I was about to be like, maybe I want 420. I was like, that was so unprofessional.
420's Easter this year, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's Bestie's wedding anniversary.
Wedding anniversary, yes.
How many years has it been? We were just talking about that on Saturday.
Well, her daughter is going to be 7.
So 8 years has it been?
Wow. I guess.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Dress inappropriately. Even if you are at home, look presentable.
Business on top.
I think this is like Abercrombie and Finch or Aerie. It's like really expensive, but super comfortable. Yeah. Right? You look very nice. You're in your work clothes, but I am comfortable.
This is my work attire. This is
work, yes.
This is what I look like every day when I go to work.
Flowy.
My flowy.
You're through the store flowy. Use a bad internet connection. How do we even know?
How do you prevent that?
How?
Especially probably your work is providing it, and it's the cheapest one ever.
If your audio keeps cutting out, try fixing it before an important meeting. Okay, here's another one. Super important meeting 2 weeks ago, and my computer decided to just freeze, and it's giving me the circle of death. And I'm like, cool, okay. So I try to shut it down. It's like 2:30, right when it was supposed to start. I was all ready. I had been ready all day. I was like ready to share my screen. 2:30, I'm like, great. So I have to shut it down. It's the longest 3 minutes of your life, right? When you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
And so then I turn it back on, and I'm like fiddling with everything, and my password wasn't going to work. I'm like, okay, cool. This is fun. I get on the call, and they go, hey, I was just talking super great about you. Everything works out good. And then here you show up late. I'm like,
thanks. First mess up ever.
Turn off the camera in a small group without reason. Unless it's a large meeting, having your camera on shows engagement. But I'm pretty sure I scared my screen. I shared my screen all day today during a meeting, and there was no reason for my face to be like this.
Yeah. I do not. I said it already. I don't like having my screen on.
Yeah.
No.
Come on, ChatGPT. Show your face.
But I also do a once a week, anybody got any questions meeting. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not presenting. I'm not leading. I'm not sharing information.
Yeah.
If I have something to add, I'll add it to the Teams thread or whatever,
That someone else started.
Yeah.
You'll just add to it, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. How about interrupt frequently? I think we already talked about that. Forget you're on camera.
Start like.
Definitely. No picking your nose, rolling your eyes, or making weird faces.
See? That's another reason I don't have my camera on, because I'd be like.
So I find like maybe I do that, but I don't roll my eyes. I've never been an eye roller. Like I don't even think I can.
You just go like this.
It's weird to me. I can't. I usually look off to the side when I'm thinking, sort of, but it's like, it's kind of like a. Let's keep going here. I don't know.
Everyone
I try
knows.
not to, but
Everyone knows.
There's certain meetings that you keep your camera on.
Yeah.
Because everyone's on certain suppliers maybe or something. And then sometimes I don't.
See, you like love your corporate world, and I'm just like would never survive.
That's so funny that you said that. So 2 Chicks Talking Flicks, Sarah, she was on that, what is it called?
Oh, what the heck is it?
It's podcasters for podcasters, right?
Yes.
He supports podcasters.
Yes.
We'll tag it.
Yes.
And that's what she mentioned. She goes, one is more like store operations and the other one's corporate world. I'm like, oh, Cass, she's not going to like that she's corporate world.
That's not me. That ain't me, bitch. That's you. That's you.
Oh, gosh. How about type loudly? If you're taking notes, mute yourself so others can't hear you typing. Did I just spit on camera?
What if, like, you're talking and, like...
Yeah,
while you're
I don't have any
talking.
nails right now, but I was going to, like, try and pretend to type and just... Can you hear it?
I mean, I can hear it because I'm in the room with you, but...
Yeah. I don't know if it's that bad.
I don't... Well, but when, like, if you're on that laptop...
That's true. We're not recording
and then it's
this.
like...
Yeah.
It sounds like you got one of them super clicky ones, probably. Yeah.
I'm super clicky.
Super clicky.
Have pets or kids taking over the screen?
I feel like in the middle of the pandemic, it was cute. Now people are sick of it.
Yeah.
They're like, really? She can't find a babysitter yet. It's been 3 years. Why isn't that kid in school?
Yeah. I was on a call where a dog kept barking. And the person kept saying, I should just let them outside. By the amount of times that they said that, they could have stepped away, put the dog outside, and came back, and it wouldn't have been an interruption. But, I mean, I love dogs, so it didn't matter to me. But I almost think it was bothering them more than it was bothering the rest of us. Like, we could hear the dog.
Like, they were talking, and the dog is barking in the background.
They couldn't go on mute, and the dog was barking in the background. They kept saying, I should probably just put them outside.
Yeah.
So by the time they spent, every 15 seconds saying that, they could have, and no one would have, we're all dog lovers, pretty much, all of us.
Well, then I feel like so many people work from home, then you're going to let your yappy dog outside, and it's going to bark in the neighbors' conference call.
Right. So
they're like, hold on, I got to close the window.
How about ignore the meeting completely, which I almost did today. I was a minute late.
I would never say that I ignore the meeting, but I have definitely forgotten about it, even though I have 2 calendar reminders and an alarm set on my phone.
Yep.
I'm just like, my alarm is set for 15 minutes early, so I'm like aware, and I've just before turned it off and been like, okay, and then totally got engrossed in a project and went, oh my God, it's already 10:30.
Yep.
What do you do?
I absolutely did that today. I started typing. I was actually making my notes for the meeting and then looked down and it said 10:01. I'm like, oh no. I'm prepared, but I'm not
supposed to be there now. Yeah.
Being on the side of someone that speaks sometimes on meetings.
Yeah.
When you get together with maybe just a small group, 4 or 5 people, but only 2 show up, and you've had this great presentation, and maybe the other 2 or 3 are the decision makers that don't show up. That is a little frustrating.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That was in my past life. Now it's fine. Whoever shows up is great. I'll talk to anybody. But But I've also gotten better because of this podcast too. That I just talk to anybody. I don't
talk to yourself if you have to.
Myself. Yeah, I do for anxiety. How about complain about the meeting while it's in it?
I couldn't imagine doing that.
No.
Who would do that?
Save your rants for after the call, it says. I bet it's happened because it's ChatGPT is pulling it from Wikipedia and all that fun stuff saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't imagine being like, well, this could have been an email, guys. Thanks for wasting my time.
What would be the worst thing to say on a call? Let's find out. Did you hear me typing? 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 Wait, what meeting is this again? I have to say.
Oh, we're talking about our financial future. I totally forgot. I didn't know it was that important.
I was on a meeting, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I cannot tell by the title. I said it. I cannot tell by the title what we're talking about. And then she said something. I go, I totally know what we're talking about. Okay. But it was just letters. And so I didn't know the parent company letter. So I was like, I am so sorry. I don't, And she was like, oh, you don't even have that in your stores. I'm like, okay, phew. So
You're like, so why am I here? Click.
Can this just be an email?
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't listening. Can you repeat that? It happens though, right?
It does. I remember, and our boss says it too, like physically you're only able to sit still and listen for about 40 minutes before your mind starts wandering. So I don't, school, I would always be like looking out the window, daydreaming, whatever, I'm a mover. I want to move. I want to do physical work. I couldn't sit at an office all day and like enter stuff into the computer. I'd be one of those people that I have to wear a sign like, don't talk to me, otherwise I won't get my work done. I can't stop talking.
Can you listen to headphones?
Oh, yeah.
Or AirPods, whatever you have for meetings, and you can keep working?
Yeah. I
find myself listening but stopping, holding a thing of hot dogs or something.
No. Well, but you have to pay a little more attention than I do. I'm just there to collect some info and ask a question if I have it. You have to present information. So
sometimes, yeah. Yeah, that's true, I guess.
But yeah, I can, yeah.
How about sorry, I just woke up?
I mean, if the meeting's at 6 a.m., I guess you could use that excuse, but, I'm so sorry I haven't gotten any coffee in me yet. Just give me a couple minutes here to put myself together.
Yeah, I
but if it's at 10 a.m.,
yeah,
you might be in trouble.
I have seen this before, and recently someone said, oops, this wasn't for this chat. And the person actually wrote in the chat, because I think she thought she was talking to just one person.
Oh.
And put it in a chat of 50 people and said, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Or something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then went, oops.
I've seen so many people talk about, like, I accidentally hit reply all.
Yep.
That I accidentally replied in a whole whatever.
Yeah. Knock on plastic.
I always check, though. I'm one to...
Yeah.
Reply all pisses me off, first of all, if it's not necessary.
It should not exist.
So, yeah, I would never hit reply all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always reply to the person. Or I send a whole new email. And like, hey, you sent that info. This is the info I have for you. Or whatever,
Yeah. Ugh, I hate these meetings. Don't say that on a call.
I've probably said that in a text.
It says it's somebody. A great way to kill morale. I probably sent that in a text too. Not gonna lie. I hate these meetings. This meeting is pointless would be another one.
Saying the quiet parts out loud. I guess, yeah, it'll get you in trouble, and it's probably not polite, but
it's probably
maybe
true.
Sometimes it needs to be said.
I wonder, right? How about, I don't really care, do whatever. I've heard that.
Ooh.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't care what you do. Just do whatever. Just get it done. They said,
Yeah.
I don't care how you do it. Just get it done.
Just get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
and I hate
similar.
that because I feel like that's a reply to you being like, help me figure out how are we going to do this? And they go, I don't care how you well, I'm asking for help, like if you don't care, people might get fired.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? Like, where's my cutoff? Where do I draw the line?
Yeah.
Where? Yeah.
I think it's because they don't have a solution either. So they're just like,
probably.
I don't care. I'm just going to hand it to you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to delegate it to you and say, forget it.
Yeah. I feel like that's what CEOs do. They're all the way up here. And they're like, we don't care what you do. These are the results we want. And then it goes down and down and down and down. And then the janitor's like, I don't know. Why are you asking me? I don't know.
And we're like the janitors.
Yeah.
Who's that? Are they new?
Oh, no, they've been here for 12 years already.
I think I've heard that too. I feel like I've heard all of these.
Well, I introduced myself to somebody that I met last year, but I met him for 5 minutes last year.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I just did that the other day, this past weekend. Steve introduced me to somebody, or he said, you remember my wife? And I go, nice to meet you. He goes, I was at your wedding. I don't know.
That was 25 years ago.
Exactly.
We all look very different from then.
How about, I was talking to someone else. I've seen that before too.
Yeah, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Because you think, if they're in the office, they get interrupted during a meeting that's not so terrible.
There was someone a couple years ago, someone was behind like her, the wall for, what is it? The cubicle.
Okay.
And she didn't have herself on mute, and the person was talking, gossiping, and she was like, I know.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Whatever she was saying.
I would die if that happened to me.
And the speaker would stop and let her do her thing, and then she'd be like, oh, my God, really? Like, it just kept going.
And she didn't even notice that, this person stopped every time she talked.
I don't even think she knew she had her camera on.
Oh, my God.
And then finally someone in the call just clicked mute. On everyone.
Yeah, because you can mute people.
You could still see her dying laughing and talking almost the whole time. So I don't even remember what the meeting was about because I was busy watching her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
That's pretty bad. I would probably expect to get written up for that one. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just here so I don't get fired.
I mean, truth,
It says it's funny, but it's not great for professionals.
At least they're not lying, I don't know. Is that terrible? I don't know.
And how about this last one? This is my 2-week notice.
Again, hitting them with the truth.
I don't care what meeting this is. I'm out in 2 weeks.
You're like, you told me to get it done. This is how I'm doing it. I quit.
What did you do? You put on a cake? Someone did it on a cake.
I did it on the... I did it on the card.
Yes.
Wait, but who did it on the cake?
Probably one of the cake decorators that we know.
Yeah, probably. Yes.
So sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
I'm your loss.
Yeah. That's what I did. Yeah. And it was the boss's birthday. I felt really bad about that one.
So we did post on Facebook.
Okay.
Because that's where all our people are.
Yeah.
About this. And what they've done embarrassing or, what not to do on a call.
Yeah.
So I'll be excited to see that. I just posted it before you came over.
Okay.
And my phone is recording us, so I can't look. So.
Yeah, I can't look. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you know what? I can look on here real quick, actually.
Look, yeah.
See.
Don't
Let
you
me
have
see on,
face, the book face on there?
Yeah. I try not to, but let's see if we can log in and just see what some people
see if anybody said anything.
Yeah, see if it's anything different than what we talked about. So we don't follow many people on Facebook, Instagram, nothing like that. So I keep getting these strange, like in our feed, for Clopen. So I don't even look at it anymore because it's all like just ads. Is
it the scammers? So you guys all know about the tollway scam, right?
No, tell everybody.
So you get a text and it'll be like you have unpaid tolls, which my grandma shows me her phone the other day and she was like, what is this? And I was like, don't click on it. It's a scam. In her defense, me and my aunt had both borrowed her car. Mm-hmm. But she goes, when you click on it, it takes you to like a New York toll site. And I go, well, that would be your first inclination. We live in Illinois.
Right. Have you been to New York?
Yeah. So now they have ones. What's the new one? My mom just sent it to me. Oh, shoot. Now I can't remember. She's like, y'all know about the tollway ones. Shit, I can't remember now. What the hell?
I keep getting health insurance ones.
Oh.
Do you need health insurance coverage?
Oh, well, yeah, I get those all the time. And I'm like, I have health insurance. I just block those right away.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah, one today that said, hey, this is what we were talking about the other day. And it was like a 414 number. So what is that, Milwaukee or something?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was something that
you feel like you recognized it. Yeah.
Hey, this is what we were talking about the other day. Blah blah blah. Click this link, and I'm like, I was just about ready. I'm like, oh, I don't know this person. I
get them like, hey, what are you doing for dinner?
Really?
And it's just a random number, and I just ignore it, like, because I don't know. Maybe somebody because I did get one, and it was like, hey, I think I found your nephew's wallet. Can you call me? And I was like, this is a scam. Yeah. No, it wasn't. Oh. They found my nephew's wallet. Oh. And I'm thinking, how did they link me to my nephew? Like, other than we're friends on Facebook. Yeah. But how did they get my phone number?
Oh, right.
What the hell? So I found out it was because he had Auntie Cass on a piece of paper in his wallet. I know. I'm like texting my sister, like, find out if one of the kids lost their wallet, you know?
Aww. So our friend Diane says, swear, especially if the boss is on the call.
Yeah, you probably don't want to do that.
What if the boss swears?
Well, then, you know, read the room. Read the room on that one.
Sarah, speaking of two chicks talking flicks, says, you forget that you're Winnie the Pooh in it. Tops, no pants.
That's even worse if you have like a crop top and then like high-rise underwear, so you feel covered.
Yeah,
but then you stand up and you're like, fuck.
I think that happened a lot 5 years ago.
Yeah,
people were in the bathroom, going to the bathroom.
I saw so many videos of people. You could see they're on a Teams call with 25 people, and all of a sudden this person, like, it's like they click it, but it didn't go, and they're just walking to the bathroom, sitting on the toilet, door wide open, like still listening to the meeting. They deserve a raise for that, because I'd be like, well, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm turning that shit off. I'm done, you know?
Or they put it down on the floor.
Oh,
so
my
it's looking
God.
up at them. So they're watching as they're...
No. No.
Is your phone in here?
And then wiping. And then wiping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then they'll say, like, Carol, why don't you turn your camera off?
They're like, surely there's another Carol in here. It's not me.
Surely there's only 3 people in this call, and I'm Carol. And Shannon, who we still need to get on here.
Shannon. Shannon. We want you.
I forget we're on camera. I'm just looking at you. She says to fall asleep. Don't do it.
Don't
fall
do it.
asleep. Don't fall asleep. So good ones. Very, very good. Super, super fun.
I'm getting my phone because that's driving me nuts.
Yep.
She just sent it to me. Advice. Let me find it here real quick. Shouldn't take long.
While you're looking that up, what's a giveaway that someone is a retail worker even off the clock?
Wait, what's a giveaway?
Like what would be a giveaway that someone's a retail worker even when off the clock?
Helping people in the store.
100%. Welcoming guests and strangers with an energetic hello even when you're off site.
Oh. Okay, now I remember. So I don't want to say it because it's political.
All right.
And supposedly, I made a comment. I was like, they're going to get a lot of people with this one. And it's going to be like a news article that possibly something happened to somebody.
Oh, boy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the White House.
Maybe. All right.
Something like that.
In like the Oval Office?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so you click the link to read the news article and boom, they're in all your... Be careful, people. Be careful.
Don't click any links.
Don't click any links that you don't know what they are.
Only our links that we share. Make sure that it's us.
Yeah.
Too.
Clopen YouTube. Clopen TikTok.
Yeah.
Clopen Insta.
Mm-hmm.
Clopen Facebook. Click those links.
If we share it.
Only if we share it.
We have an imposter too, so that's why we haven't done any giveaways. Because they
spam it.
They spam everybody. And then like even my sister-in-law was like, oh, I clicked the link and then they wanted money. I'm like, we will never ask you for money.
If it's a giveaway, we're giving it away.
Yeah. Although if you want to, you can go on our links. But okay, that was fun. So behave yourself on Teams calls, Google Meets, whatever you do, right?
Watch your mutes and your cameras, guys.
Oh my God. Thanks for joining us.
All right, see ya.
Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Maybe we'll see you next week too.
Oh, what? See you where? Oh.